Hello everybody, Rose here. So while I was reacting to Foodie Beauty's community posts, the ones that she dirty deleted while I was reacting to them, she started up a live stream. And it looks like she's pretty upset. And the interesting thing about this live stream is that the community posts that you guys saw just a couple of minutes ago, she was raging completely all the way out. And in this live stream, she's not raging. She's doing the sad fishing thing to get everybody to feel sorry for her. So I don't know if she's going to dirty delete this, but I'm going to go ahead and capture some of this anyway. So let's just jump into this bad boy. Hold on a minute. Let me just set up my screen here so you guys can see Foodie, and there she is. So what have you got to say for yourself, Foodie? Lay it on us. Let's go.
I'm tired of like suffering with this fucking emotions thing. No. Sorry, no, Sam. Sorry. No, Sam. It's not the haters. I don't give a fuck about them.
That's okay. We don't care about you either.
I feel alone because it's so obvious. Nobody understands what it's like to be getting out of a fucking narcissistic, abusive, fucking piece of shit relationship.
Yeah, nobody understands, Foodie, because you're the only one in the world who has ever been involved with a narcissist, right? Nobody else in the world could possibly understand anything about that. Nobody at all. You are a special case. You are the special snowflake. Nobody else in the world has ever dealt with a narcissistic partner ever. Hey, Foodie, got news for you. Other people in the world have dealt with that exact same situation. I've dealt with it. I've dealt with them more than once. But the difference between you and me is that I recognized those people were narcissists and they were not good for me. And I got away from them and I stayed away and I did not go back. And yes, 2 of those narcissists were abusive. So you're over there trying to put out this thing of, I'm the only one in the world who's ever been through it. Trust me, you're not. You're not. And I'm sorry, I don't feel sorry for you. I really don't, because you literally go back to him. You go back and you see him, you give him money, you pay his phone bill, you buy his groceries. How can I feel sorry for somebody that they make a point to be around an abusive person? If somebody touches a hot stove and they burn their hand and they say, I'm burned, it hurts. Normally a person's going to say, well, I'm sorry that happened to you. I'm sure it does hurt. I mean, burning yourself like that, I'm sure it does hurt. But can you feel sorry for somebody who literally takes their hand and puts it on the burner and keeps it there, and they do that over and over? After the first time, you can't feel sorry for the person because they are doing it to themselves and they know what comes next and they know what's going to hurt and they keep doing it. So no sympathy for you, ma'am. I can't. You're not a child. You know what you do. You're fully aware of yourself and you keep doing it.
Nobody gets it. Nobody gets it, or that, or just people hate me so much they're willing to support a fucking rapist, fucking abuser. That's real nice. That's real nice. And obviously, when I was with him, yeah, I want to defend him in life for him. Yeah, that was my bad. But whatever. And no one knows what I went through. And I have to watch him sit there with his fucking ugly face and her ugly face. No one wants to watch them. But yeah, I try to avoid it. It's all over the fucking interested.
You do not try to avoid it. Y'all, I'm going to let you know right now. You guys know that I'm a calm reactor. But today is just one of those days that I am not in the mood to be nice to her. Considering me dealing with Mr. Salty and him trying to throw some shit at me and intimidate me, I'm in a mood. I'm going to let you guys know that right now. I'm in a mood. I am not in the mood for Mr. Salty and his bullshit. I am not in the mood for Foodie's bullshit. I'm letting you know now. I'm not saying I'm going to be yelling and screaming to this whole react, but I'm just saying I'm not in the mood to hear this nonsense today. I'll react to it, and I promise I will be as calm as I can, but I'm snarky. Snarky Rose is here right now.
Sure did. And he's so fucking fake. He just tried calling me at 3 in the fucking morning. I blocked and deleted him since, but I will.
Let's go back to you saying that you tried to avoid contact with this man. Let's go back to that for a minute. Foodie, you sat there on like the last 3 live streams. You were literally texting him during your live streams. You were calling him during your live streams. You were watching his live streams during your live streams. So how are you avoiding him if you're doing all that in front of everybody? How? How can you get over somebody if you're focusing on them? It's just not possible. It's not possible. You got to put some space between yourself and that person. You can't give them so much energy, and you give all of your energy to Nadar. And if the two of you want to see each other, come out in the open and do it. Stop lying about it. We're all sick of it. We're sick to death of the unnecessary lying. We're sick to death of it. There's no reason for it. Unless Nadar is over there grifting people, and because you are a high money cow and everybody knows it, and he don't want anybody knowing that you're funding him, and that's why he's keeping you hidden. I mean, that's the only reason that makes sense to me why he won't come out and say that he's talking to you. I mean, if things are the way that they are, just be open about it. He needs to be open about it. But y'all are bringing this stuff public. You're not even keeping it private, and it's driving us all crazy.
Was woken up at 3 in the morning, asked him to show you his messages. 3 in the morning, him calling me. I didn't answer it. But, yeah, I should have gotten away earlier. I should have left him alone, left earlier, but I didn't. So what?
See, she gets mad at Nadar, and she takes out her anger on everybody else but Nadar. She'll show his text messages, and she'll say things about him on her community tab and in her live streams. But if she gets on the phone with him, she's a completely different creature. We saw that during that live stream where she called him in front of everybody, and she was flirting with him. She was like, "Hi, how you doing?" She was flirting with him. She wouldn't dare say all the awful things she says about him to him. She would never. She would never do that. Because she's so desperate to hang on to this man. God knows why. So you get mad at Nadar, and then you rage on your members, the people who pay your bills, the people who pay your rent, the people who pay for your edibles and your food and support you and Pete's and Nadar and Dee Dee. You get mad at Nadar and you take it out on other people. And you wonder why your money keeps going down.
I'm trying to not care about him. Like, my bad. My fucking bad. You know what I discovered about this fucking asshole? The more you care about him, the more he uses it against you.
Kind of sounds like you. You do that too, Foodie. Look at what you did to Pete's. You put Pete's in debt. In debt. Charged up his credit cards. I remember a while ago he said he couldn't go to therapy. He couldn't afford therapy because you charged up his credit cards. Have you paid off the credit card debt that you made, charging all your mukbangs to his cards? No. Have you paid back any of the money that you borrowed from him while you were with BB? No. No. You don't encourage Pete to go out and get a job, make some money. You're so awful to even take his medication, something that he needs to take for himself. Look at the way you treat Pete. Pete does care about you. God knows why, but he does. He's loyal to you. And you use that against him. You manipulate the F out of him, and you know you do. You know you do. Pete is a dick. I will always say that because the way he treats the cats, he's a dick. And he talks about things in the United States he has no business saying. But still, what you did to him, you did. So you're over there crying and blubbering about Nadar treating you a certain kind of way. You treat people the same way, Foodie. The same way. He is you, just in male form.
Like, seriously. Fucking uses it against you.
And what was it that you said in Cuba? I'm going to manipulate the F out of you. And then I'm going to come on and be sweet as pie. And you're going to eat it up. Yeah, you said that in Cuba. Is that something an empath would say? Is that something a nice person, good person would say? Nope.
Yeah, well, to be treated, now I have to live with the fact that I fucking did so much for him and how stupid I was. And I'm seeing everything. And I don't think I can handle it.
Oh, this super chat. Chantal, you're stupid. Karma is hitting you now. You're broke and dying. I don't know if she's dying. I know she's hurting for money and she ain't got nobody to blame for that for herself. If she's over there getting payday loans and she's broke before payday, that's her fault. That's her doing. I mean, it's insane. She makes $10,000 plus a month and she's broke before payday. That's insane. That makes no sense.
I just want to lay in bed and be high all the time.
So that's your idea of a happy life, just laying in bed and being high all the time? That ain't no life. That's not having a life. That's wasting your life.
That's all I want to do.
I just want to bees. I just want to bees everybody. In your world, beesing means fucking off, not doing anything, not getting anything accomplished. And you know what, Foodie? With the money that you're making, you could be smart and pay other people to do the things you don't want to do, and you'd be able to bees and things would still get done. But your problem is you're spending too much money on bullshit. You don't even have the smarts to pay a housekeeper to upkeep your house, to pay someone to take care of your cats, to have someone do your laundry, to have someone cook your food. You can do all that. You got the money. But your money is going way too much in certain directions that don't need to go.
Well, I know I deserve better. Believe me, I don't want.
No, you don't. You don't deserve better.
Believe me, at this point, it's past that.
You don't deserve better. You're a rotten, evil person. And you're getting everything that you deserve and everything that you asked for and everything that you paid for. And that's the beautiful part about it, is that your life is exactly the way you want it. Everything around you, you paid for. Everything that's going on, you asked for it. You invited it in. You can't point a finger at anybody, Foodie. If your life is miserable, it's because you designed it to be so. You can't look at the reactors and point a finger. You can't look at anybody and point a finger. It's all by your own design.
He is manipulated. He did manipulate. He's absolutely. And then the whole thing with May, like, I don't fucking know. Like, when you're with somebody, you don't want to think that they could be possible and they could be capable of doing anything like that. So why the hell would you want to think that? Just like dumb over there going, after everything he fucking does. That's how I was.
What's interesting is that she's going off on Dee Dee right now, and yet she made a community post not too long ago saying, Dee Dee, you're a smart person. You deserve better. You know, da 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 da. Just taking up for Dee Dee. She doesn't know which lane to stay in with Dee Dee. One minute she is for Dee Dee and you deserve so much better. The next minute she's against Dee Dee. This is nuts. And do I think that everything we're witnessing today is theater? It's just a badly acted, badly scripted play. Yes, I do. I think it's fake. I think it's drama. Can't believe a fucking word of it. No. Can't believe none of this shit. And these idiots, Dee Dee, Nadar, Chantal, they want to think that they're actors, but trust me, they're not. This play is not even believable. When you do a movie or a play or something, you do it in such a way to where people can follow along and it's believable. And there's no element of either one of those things here.
So then if I think about things, like, why did you even go to the hotel? Why? Why would you go to the, not even just that, why would you even not even tell me about it? Like, I did see him that day. I did, I'm pretty sure I did, because I did see him that day. I sent pictures of food to my friend that day, showing what we made, and then I went home, and then he must have done it when I was gone home. And then in between the time that I was at home and coming back, like, what?
You're just a pay pig to him, Foodie. That's all you've ever been to Natter, is a pay pig. He never was interested in making you into a partner. You were just a pay pig, just a cow with lots of milk. And he could milk you as much as he wanted and get the milk out without actually buying you and putting you in a pasture. He configured everything where he can get everything he wanted. He even used the fact that you were so desperate for him as a way to get more money out of you. He used the fact that you were jealous and insecure against you to get stuff out of you. Girl, you've been played. You've been getting played for months.
And then the gonorrhea. Yeah, I can't get past that. There's like literally, like, I would try so hard to like try to like, I can show you my search history and the amount of times, like, ways I tried to search for it to be like even remotely possible.
Okay, I want to stop the chat for just a second. Tweet T says, predators look for the weakest prey. He saw you were hungry for love, so he used you. Can I introduce this to everybody? I've been saying for the longest that Foodie, on purpose, has been painting half a picture for her audience and for everybody else on YouTube. She's purposely doing this. She's painting half a picture because as long as you see half a picture, you don't see the full picture. Everybody's looking at Natter and saying, oh, he's the bad guy, right? He's a grifter. He's a con artist. But the other half of the picture that Foodie is not painting for everybody on purpose is the fact that she herself is a grifter. She herself is a predator, okay? She grips people every day when she comes on YouTube, trying to get as much money out of people as possible, setting up different paywalls, never providing content. Hello, grifter, scammer. And this woman, this one right here, okay, people are wondering why she can't find a decent man. She doesn't want a decent man, period. End of story. She don't want a fucking decent man. She wants a man who doesn't have much money in his pocket. She wants a man that's at a disadvantage somehow. That way she can be in control of that man. Notice that all the men she goes after are people who are not local. They are far away. They don't really speak really well, like really good English. She preys on men and she looks for men that financially they're lacking. And she does that on purpose because she's looking for a man that she can control and manipulate. She's not interested in that dude that has a job, that has money, that has a car, because a guy with options, a guy that's making his own way and pulling his own weight, if she pulled her bullshit, they can go later. I've got things to do. I don't have to put up with this. She wants a guy that does have to put up with it. She don't want a decent dude. She wants a crackhead. She wants some scumbag that maybe they had a habit or two or something, but somebody who is at a financial disadvantage that they need money because money is the only thing she's bringing to the table. That's the only thing of value with Foodie. She can't say, I'm a nice person and I got dreams and I'm going after them. She's got nothing else but her money. And even that is under fire right now. Like her money is dropping because she refuses to work. But she's a predator too. It's not just Nadar, it's her too. She preys on guys. She looks for guys that don't have any money. And she tries to configure it to where they depend on her financially. So anybody thinking that Nadar is the only predator here? No. Here's the whole story. Once upon a time, one grifter and predator met another grifter and predator, and they came together and butted heads. And all the drama and the bullshit was the result. The end. That's the whole freaking story.
Anyway, just really hate it. Like, what the fuck? He's so awful, and he just stands there and cooks and looks like, I look like the crazy one, yeah, because I'm the one who has to fucking suffer now, and he can just sit there and like nothing, nothing.
See, I've dealt with emotional people before. You know, get two people like get into a relationship where they know each other, and then one person's like really, really emotional, and if the other person, if they handle things in a different way, then the other person who is emotional, they get pissed off because in their mind, if they're like really, really emotional about something, then the other person should be overly emotional about something. So essentially, Foodie is upset and angry and pissed off because she's falling apart at the seams and she's crying and she's blubbering about Nadar and she's tearing her hair out. And Nadar is not reacting the same way because he's not having an emotional response to this situation. And here's the answer why, Foodie. Because for you, it is an emotional situation. For Nadar, it clearly isn't. If a person is around you and they don't feel anything for you, they're not emotionally attached at all, which he never was, then they're not going to have an emotional response to separate themselves away from you. They won't shed any tears. They won't feel any regret or any remorse. To have an emotional response would mean you have emotions for something or someone. Clearly, he has none for you. And clearly, you have too much for him. Get that through your head. Like, you're feeling all of something and he's feeling nothing of something.
He doesn't have to get away with it at all. Because I didn't press charges on it. Will that haunt me if I drop the charges? Maybe.
What?
You know, maybe it will.
What do you mean if you drop the charges? You already did. So what are you talking about?
Oh, yeah, not right now. It's not who he really is. Like, who he shows everybody is a fucking liar. He's a serial liar. She's a serial liar. They're such big liars. And people would rather hate me than actually, like, no. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. The only thing I can really do is honestly, like, I have to really not, like, keep him blocked everywhere. Not even give a shit if I don't see him for a couple days. I don't care if you're dead in a ditch anymore. You're dead to me. You might as well be dead in a ditch.
How many times have we heard that? Oh, he's dead to me. I'm done with him. But yet you keep calling him. You keep texting him. You'll make up fake accounts on Facebook just to reach out to him. You're still paying his phone bill. So how done are you if you're doing those things, Foodie? You know, saying to your audience that you're done and yet not being done, that's what's driving everybody insane. Seeing and knowing that you're not done. Seeing and knowing that this insanity is going to continue. And worse, you're not going to keep that insanity to yourself. You're going to bring it on YouTube in front of everybody, you know, bringing all this high energy, high emotion drama that none of us can do anything about. You know, you're exposing us to all of this, but what can we do? There's nothing we can do about this. This is between you and Nadar. It doesn't have to be brought to us. We don't have to know about it. We don't have to be exposed to it. You can keep it off camera if you want. As a matter of fact, we would prefer that you did. But you keep exposing us to all this crap and it's never ending and it just keeps cycling back faster and faster and faster and faster. It's insane. Something's got to give. Something's got to give to this whole mess, Foodie. It's too much. Do something about this. One way or the other. Do something about it. Find a solution somewhere. We're tired of hearing this crap.
Because to me, you're dead. Gone.
Yeah, shut up. He wasn't dead to you a few minutes ago when you're on your community post and you were raging.
Yeah, that's how he really is, yeah. Heartless piece of crap.
So are you.
And this is even giving him fuel right now, so let's not talk about him.
You know, you came on and did it.
Block. He is blocked.
Sure.
It's just a lot harder than I thought. Not because I want him, you don't get it. It's not that. It's just the whole fucking year.
You know what? I'm sorry. No. I don't feel sorry for her right now. I don't. Because the whole year, like I said, it was one of her own design. It was one of her own making. Every single moment, every detail, every hour that she spent with Nadar, every weekend she spent with Nadar, every time she gave him money, every time she bought him groceries and clothes and things for the trap house and bought him weed and whatever else they did. Her choice. How could she sit there and cry to other people about a year of Nadar that she made happen? How can she do that? How can she sit there and cry to all of us when she was the one who invited all of that crap into her life? She dealt with it. She defended it. You know, people would tell her, we don't want to see Nader. We don't want to talk about him. And she would defend him. Oh, I need my private life. Just to going the back. Oh, all of it. All of it was her choice and continues to be her choice. And if anybody thinks that this whole thing with her and Nader is over, it's not. It's not. She's gone on record as saying she is addicted to Nader. Foodie does not love. She obsesses over things, and obsession is unhealthy. It's too much. It's dangerous. She has an addictive personality, and she doesn't love. Love is balanced. She is all about obsession. She obsesses over food. She obsesses over Nader. She obsesses over attention. She can't get away from YouTube for a day. I mean, she takes things to the extreme side of the equation. And because of that, because she doesn't know how to reel it back in, her life is always going to be in wreck and ruin. But she's even addicted to the wreckage and the ruin because she likes being in the middle of drama. She likes saying, I'm the victim. She likes playing herself as the victim because if you're a victim of something, that means nothing is your fault, right? So therefore, she's the victim. There's never been a moment where Foodie said, you know, I did this. It's my fault. I'm a jerk. I lied to you guys and I'm taking accountability. I will take your anger because I deserve it and I will go from here. She's never had that wake up epiphany moment where things actually changed. It's all just about giving lip service to people and making them hope for something that has never happened. And the thing that everybody wants from Foodie is for her to get some self-awareness and get off her ass and actually start living and stop doing this garbage, toxic, high energy, high drama content on her channel that's got everybody bored to tears.
So I'm just not even gonna like I don't even watch. So if you're trying to get my attention by gifting subs or whatever, I've seen him like for like 1 minute. I don't watch him because I can't.
Sure.
So have fun. But
Sure.
if I ever catch wind of like people that are supposed to be
Foodie, you're telling on yourself. You just did a whole bunch of community posts. You were just going all the way off, my girl. You were going all the way off. So if you've been home all day, right? You've been home all day. And if you haven't gone to his stream and watched him, and if you haven't talked to him, had no contact, why were you raging out in your community post? Something must have set you off. And knowing you, it was that you saw something in one of his streams or something. You were giving him attention. You saw something you did not like, and that set you off.
here. Like I don't want people here giving him attention. He doesn't deserve it. So if you really support me, then don't support him. Because yeah. I have to give you all an arm shake after. I just can't. Remember, like I told you, I messaged that. Are you okay? Like just to see. Well, I remember H was like, you should reblock him. And then I was like, yeah, but I was like so high or whatever, and I didn't. I left that door open. So then no, he woke up. I woke up to like him calling me on Messenger at 3 in the morning. And then
you know what though? If somebody calls me at 3 in the morning, unless it's an urgent phone call, unless it's one of my close friends or relatives and it's an emergency, I'm not picking up the damn phone. If somebody calls me out of the blue and it's 3 in the morning, you better have a damn good reason for calling me. But if it's somebody that I know I don't want to talk to, that's going to stress me out, if I pick up that phone, I'm not going to be nice to you. I'm going to be that person saying, what the fuck do you want? Now, if you're friends or your family and I'm sensing that something is wrong, my tone is going to be a lot different. I'd be like, is everything okay? Are you all right? Like, you call me at 3 in the morning. Is everything okay? And if it's an emergency, we're good. But if it's just some person that's got my number and you're calling me and we got bad blood between us and you're trying to call me at 3 in the morning, trust me, I'm going to let you know that's a bad idea.
Oh no, no, Janine. And just be abusive to them. That's it. I got nothing out of it, like nothing, but more psychiatric problems.
You know what, Foodie? I'm tired of you doing that. I am tired of you diagnosing yourself and claiming you're this and claiming you're that when you haven't been to any real professionals and let them diagnose you officially. You can't diagnose yourself. You are not a medical professional. And even if you were, you can't diagnose yourself. You know, you got to have an outside opinion. You can't say that I have this condition, I have that condition, I have PTSD, I'm this, I'm that, I'm an empath. You can't do that. And I have to argue with you a little bit. Saying the past year, you got nothing out of knowing Nadar. I disagree. I disagree because you did get something out of it. You got to spend time around Nadar, which you clearly enjoyed because you did a lot of it. And you got to use him for content. And you made thousands and thousands of dollars because of Nadar. Had Nadar not been there, I don't know what else you would have used for content, but you made a killing off the whole Nadar drama, and you went in every direction that you could with the Nadar drama. Everything you could bring to the table, you brought. And now you're at a point where there's nothing left. There's no arc with Nadar that you can introduce that would get people interested again to where you're making the big bucks like you used to. So you're lying when you say that I got nothing out of knowing Nadar. You made quite a bit of money. Now, if you took that money and you wasted it on bullshit that you did not need, like food and edibles and whatnot, that's on you. But you did get something out of it. You did. You made a killing. You just took that money and you used it stupidly. But again, your choice. Your choice.
This is the last ounce of attention.
You know, I will believe that this is the last time her talking about Nadar when she goes no, make it 2 weeks. Let's say 2 weeks. 2 weeks without her talking about Nadar, her doing other content besides Nadar, and her not calling him in her live streams or texting him during her live streams or watching him on his channel. If she can go 2 weeks without sneaking off to go see him, then I might believe it. Then I might. But let's see her go that long without seeing Nadar or talking to Nadar or focusing on Nadar.
Even if it means that I have to just put up with people supporting him online or him talking shit. given like all everything I had to this person, like everything.
You know, I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say it. These tears feel really fake to me. This feels performative. She's sad fishing. She's so sad fishing. She's been extremely rude to people on her channel and people are ticked off at her. So the way she's counteracting that is by crying and making everybody feel sorry for her. Well, he was abusive and he took everything from me. No, ma'am. You chose to give everything to him. Nobody forced you. You chose. Just like you chose to spend time around him and to make him the focus of your world, you chose that too.
To be left with this state of mind and him happily cooking right now. It wouldn't be fair.
You know, she's emotional and she honestly, what she wants is she wants him to have an emotional response like what she's going through. If she's crying and falling apart, she wants him to fall apart. That would make her feel better. That would make her feel like, oh, he must have really loved me because look, he's falling apart. That would actually make her feel better. If she's crying and falling apart, oh, look, he's crying and falling apart too. That means he really loved me. And here's the scary thing. If he did have an emotional response, that would encourage her to keep going with Nadar. Because she would think on the inside, there's some hope there. He does care about me because if he didn't care, he wouldn't be crying. There's no right answer with Chantal. You know, there just isn't. There's no way to cut the strings cleanly and walk away. Once she's obsessed with you, she is obsessed. And there's no gentle, easy way to make her turn away. You know, nobody leaves Chantal. Chantal only lets you go when she wants to let you go. But if you try to get away before that, you know, she's going to stick around until she's ready to leave.
And like he doesn't give a fuck lying. So like honestly, like if I'm like, and I'm just thinking of like the.
By the way, Chantal, I've noticed that you've got your makeup on. Your wig is nicely combed and you've got a new shirt on. Did you see Nadar earlier today? It would seem that you did. Because you're all dressed up. And we know that you don't do that when you're at the house.
The first thing he ever said to me, I don't lie and I don't cheat. Those are the biggest things he's ever done. Like, did I give myself gonorrhea? Like, really, when I think about it, like, at the time, I was like, maybe he's right. Like, I have no proof, so I may as well just not even focus on it, you know? Snaggletooth was just threatening an old man with violence the other day. An old one, too, an older lady. I guess she wasn't right about me after all. Sorry, but if you think that he's the good one, you have problems. Like, please. I'm trying so hard to fucking move on and like not slip up and everything. And anyways, um, big fucking liar. Honestly, he's like, of course I have him blocked, yes, and I haven't seen him since, like I said. So I'm trying to. Most of us can see through his bullshit.
I don't believe it.
He's so fake up.
I believe she saw him today. Look, she's all dressed up. Since when did Chantal get all dressed up? She only gets dressed up like this when she's gone to see Nadar.
Mine is so bullshit. Like, he just talks in circles. Look, even when I even called him to ask him a question, he didn't even answer it. I'm not gonna be. So the attention you wanted, and don't ever fucking think about coming in here again. Like you just gifted somebody like an abuser memberships. Good for you. And yes, I did support him for a year. That's on me. I was under his spell for a whole year, and even now, it's fucking wearing off. I really, 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 really was like just like he was only nice so I could drop the charges. Yeah. Oh well, that's something I have to live with, I guess. You don't even know, like, well, you guys know a lot of it because every time it would happen, I would come on and be like, I just left him at the pharmacy for screaming at me. Like, you were screaming at me while I'm trying to pay for your fucking gonorrhea medication. That you gave me. You gave me an STD and you didn't tell me.
You know what's sad is that you can't trust anything this woman says. How do we know that he actually gave her the gono? This could be just one of their story arcs that they came up with, and it's all bullshit. I mean, it's not like we're doctors and we could examine him at the time when she said all this crap. She took every angle she could with the Nadar story arc, including STDs and a pregnancy test and da 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 da. I mean, there's nowhere else to go with this. But you know what, Chantal? Listen, this is just common sense. If you're a woman and you want to be involved with a man and you come up with an STD and you know that it's not because of you and who you've been seeing, and you're trying to make somebody into a life partner, and before there's even a ring on the finger, you come up with an STD, I'm sorry, it's time to break things off. And on top of that, you saw him talk to multiple women on his phone. He got busted several times being on different dating sites. You're not getting it through your head. He's not a monogamous, one man, one woman kind of dude. He likes different people. He likes to party. And you're trying to lock him down and make him settle down. It ain't going to work.
About it first. You purposely fucked me with an STD as a like a I feel like a revenge tactic. Like he would do it as like I feel like a manipulation. Like he's gross like that. Like every time I wouldn't come over for like God forbid I wanted 2 days, and you even seen evidence enough of that in my text messages to him where I would say, look, I'm stressed out. Oh, look at the ones I just posted. I'm stressed out. I need some extra time. Move your ass. If you're not here now, I fucking swear to God, you've seen it in the messages. So if I wasn't there right on time, like he would fucking punish me. He would act okay, but he would do something to punish me. And when I think,
well, him wanting you there had nothing to do with the fact that he was lonely and he wanted your company, Foodie. He just wanted you to be there to do things for him and to give him money. I mean, I'm sure you could trace back every instance where you were around him. There was money involved or you doing something for him. It wasn't like, hey, I'm just eager to see you and I want to hang out. It was because he wanted you at his beck and call to get stuff done and to get things bought. Duh.
think about it now, like that's disgusting. That's vile name because it's you feel violated. So little things like that make you are just driving me crazy, and I are my goals and everything. I'm just so like I'm so stressed. All stuff that was true, right? So you know, yeah, Mary, I'm sorry. I'm gonna be okay. But of course, she's better for him. I remember she was probably even right beside him. Like, look at her. She's right beside when he's like, "You're not my type." Like, he doesn't. You are the next supply. You are the next supply dollar. The next supply. The next supply. That's all you are. Guaranteed. She just at some points. Yeah. Like when I started to worry about him, or if I didn't see him, because I think I was like addicted to him. Like
You think? You said out loud in a live stream, I am addicted to him. You said that. I remember you saying that. You said it out loud in front of everybody. I am addicted to Natter.
you know, I don't think I can't. There's no way I could. I don't know if I can love someone like that. Like, I don't know. He loves being with Judo. She gives him a place to live and he can still fuck whatever he wants. It's so true. How do you like being a channel? You're supporting someone who's going to be irrelevant soon and actually who will probably be in prison because they have several charges against them that are not mine. I don't know what you're trying to prove. Okay. I don't know which club you'd rather be in at the end of the day. A whole lot of stress and bullshit. Yeah. Karma wins every time. I used to always say, like, I used to have friends who went through abusive, and I used to think, oh my God, you guys are fat. The only power he has left is the fact that I reached out to him concerned about him. And he's going to use it against me if he hasn't already. Watch. You're so fucking predictable. Now that I know about you and learn about
Foodie, look, you're looking at the camera. You're not talking to the people in your chat. You're using your platform to talk to him. You pay for the phone that he uses. Is there a reason why you can't send him a text message or an email or some other messenger service? Why do you insist on coming on YouTube and using that like a messenger service? I mean, why? You're involving people in your life where they don't need nor want to be involved. We are not obsessed with Nadar the way you are. We don't find him that interesting. Certainly not so interesting that we need to know every day what goes on with him. Maybe you do, but we don't. You need to kind of let that sink in, that your obsession is not our obsession. And that's why we're getting irritated. And that's why we're getting angry. And that's why so many people are saying, change the fucking record already, Foodie. Change it. Your obsession with food, your obsession with Nadar and talking about your fupa, those are your obsessions. Those are your interests. They're not ours. We don't find those things that interesting. You're on YouTube to make money. You have to consider the interests of people in your audience. Other things that they're interested in. Things that maybe are things that maybe you're interested in them, maybe you're not. But you've got to find some common ground. And the food, and the nashies, and the fupa, and Nadar, no common ground there. We don't care about those things. That's why your channel's tanking, and that's why you're running back and forth to get payday loans, because people are not interested.
your kind. I know what to look for, and I'm better equipped. And you better watch the fuck out because I'm not going to put up with your shit anymore.
Hey, shut up. And that's something else too, Foodie. You want your channel to thrive again? Stop trying so hard to cater to those niche people in your audience, the feeder fetish people. Stop catering just to them. There's a lot more people in your audience that are not into that. Make regular content. You want to cater to feeder fetish people? You can do that on OnlyFans. I mean, there's a forum for them. But cut it out with the flashing on YouTube. That's inappropriate. Nobody wants to see your bare butt or your boobs or your cha-cha. Nobody's asking to see that. Nobody wants to see that. Nobody needs to hear daily about your fupa. You talk so much about your fupa, it should have its own talk show. So tired of hearing about your freaking fupa, girl. Stop catering to the feeder fetish people. That's what's killing your channel. You want nothing but the fetish people on your channel because they will support you and enable you in all of your online addictions. But there's more people in the audience than that. There are other people in your audience that if you made them happy, they give the super chats. They pay for memberships. But you're basically pushing them away in favor of the freaking fetish people. You're over here doing thinly veiled adult content on YouTube where you shouldn't be. and you want so much for your entire audience to be just the fetish people, well, guess what? You're not doing the fetishes really well, apparently, because you're running out of money. So you might want to consider the rest of your audience. You know, those people that still give you the views and still pay part of your bills.
He was that big now? Shoot. Something like that. And then he told me of like when he first came here, he stole work boots. And he was like, took the tag off in a fucking apartment all day.
Anybody want to know if she's done with Nadar? Listen, if she weren't done with him, why is she still talking about him? She's still talking about him for almost an hour, talking about him. And she'll come back tomorrow and talk about him the next day and the next day after that. This is going to continue. This is so going to continue. And her channel is going to continue to tank. It's just going to be that way. It is. Let's see if there's any comments real quick before I cut this off. Unblock Fupa Princess says, I'm tired of her blocking Beezers for literally no reason. Well, there is a reason. The reason is she's mad at Nadar, but she's too cowardly to go to Nadar and tell him so. So if you're a Beezer, she's going to take out her anger on you because you can't really fight back. Crocodile Smile says, we'll believe you when you shut off King Tut's phone. Yeah, that would be a start. Her cutting off his phone. I mean, it's ridiculous. You're done with him? Then why are you paying his phone bill? Here for the show says, your cats and Pete's are your loyal pets. Lean on them for comfort and not the internet. I wish she'd take her crap off the internet and deal with it privately. She really needs to be done with it privately. Trainwreck Lover says, funny how everything she says about Dee Dee, she has previously blocked her Beezers for saying to her. T-Rose says he was communicating with M in preparation of her visit, all behind your back, even conveniently letting you go home so you could sneak over to her hotel. The incident took place, and then he told you about a fan coming in after the fact. Are they talking about me? I'm not comfortable talking about that because I don't know enough about that situation, and that's a serious legal thing. No comment on that. I don't know enough about that, and you know, I just hope that if somebody got hurt, that justice will be gotten for that person. So that's it for this react, and it looks like she's on another one. So we got to end this here so I can get to the next one. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and if you have, please like and subscribe and leave a comment. Thanks for watching, and please take care. Bye-bye.